Hello. I think the meeting ended. Are we back in?
Yes, we're back in.
All right. The man that was speaking, Mr. Israel Nana, I think he's not yet here. Let's just give him a minute. Maybe he can then continue. Someone was taking up the.
Apologies for the interruption. I think while I was trying to just sort the network issue, I mistakenly clicked on end meeting. My apologies.
Yes, I guess so. Someone was talking before now, Mr. Israel Nana. I did like him to come back in and continue. But before then, I don't know if those who were supposed to take up Olaoye, Prince Will, Eniola Ojunaike, Oluchin Sofo, Deborah Idowu. I don't know if anyone had joined in now. I don't know if anyone has joined back in.
Just hold on. Give him just a few seconds. Let's see if he'll be here. Setting is connecting. I can see. That's setting, right? The person speaking was setting on.
No, it was Israel Unana, Mr. Israel Unana. He said it was part of the EPA with Jimmy Tewe.
Okay.
I don't know. That's his name. He was speaking when the meeting went off. He's not yet here. He's not yet here. Should we keep on waiting for him or we go on? Hello?
You could go on. If asking, can I go now?
Yes, Mr. Iroja, you can pitch now. Mr. Iroja Olamide, I hope I got the pronunciation well.
Yes, you got it. I read.
All right.
So I had to step outside for good network. Before I proceed, I just want to let everyone know that I'm coming out to make a mess right now. I was really nervous about doing this, but I'm just going to do it anyway. All right, so I'm Iroja Olamide. I'm currently the Chief Operating Officer of My Fanbase Africa, and it's an organization aimed at, it's an agricultural organization aimed at equipping smallholder farmers and SMEs with the knowledge to start agricultural firms and to connect them with funding and everything, and give them support in every way possible. So at the moment, we currently have a program called My Farm-Based Agricultural Development Program. If you have any interest in agriculture, you want to start a farm, you want to know anything, we're offering this program for the the end of the year, actually. We've empowered over 2,000 youths right now. And basically, just come into the program. We have global experts train you on all things about agriculture, the value chain, opportunities, investments, whatever you want to need, whatever you need. So I'm going to drop the link to our page in the chat box, and if you're interested, you can check it out. Something about me. Well, I would say over time I have noticed I am a fixer in the sense that I just have a knack for finding problems, fixing it, no matter the problem. And at the moment, I'm the current chief operating officer of my fan base, and one thing I've noticed about me is operations. I just get things done. I make sure things go as they should go, and adding value at the process and while I'm at it. So that's just me. I like fixing problems, no matter what, no matter how high I am. Even if I'm not fixing my own problems, I'm just always helping someone, one way or the other. And why did I join GAM? Well, I for a very, very long time, I think I've been searching for clarity, and I just hope by the end of the program, I'll be able to find clarity in some way or the other. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. I hope you'll be able to solve Nigeria's problem too. That's it. That's the bigger problem. So I hope so too. All right. So thank you very much for joining. That's great. Do we have any other person that is ready to take
Mr. Israel Inanna is back on. Can he take it now?
All right. Mr. Israel, we apologize. Please finish up.
Please unmute yourself, sir, and Let's hear you. Hello, Mr. Israel, are you with us, please?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I don't know, my connection went off.
No, it wasn't your connection. It
No,
was
you.
the
It
meeting
wasn't
that
you.
ended.
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay, okay, okay.
Right. So go on, sir.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Israel Nana. I joined this program on the invitation of Itunu. Itunu happens to be a member of the Exponential Accountability Program organized by the Jimmy Tewe Company, which ended a few weeks ago. And she graciously extended invitation for us to join the program. And since yesterday, when the program started, I have learned quite a lot when she led us through the law of intentionality. Uh, just right up when the program, the EAP3 ended, that was on the day it ended, the last day, God began to speak to my heart concerning begin to speak to those who have failed in career, in business, and in life. And God gave me Bible passages, drawing example from David. That should be First Samuel chapter 22, where David gathered some men who were, failures, who were renegades of the society, who have, lost one thing or the other. And by the time you look at them afterwards, they were mighty men as the Bible, described them. And God also, has been, showing me what to do in order to launch that program. Being part of this program is also giving me the assurance that God is leading me in the right direction. What do I do? What I do presently as work is that I am a business process automation specialist. I work with one of the big professional firms in the world. I work with Deloitte and Touche, and there I help businesses to automate their processes through robotic process automation, enterprise application implementation, and other things that we do in that line. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very grateful to Tinu for extending the invitation. One fun fact about me is that I am I don't know, I wear so many caps. I wear so many caps, and I love domestic work. I like doing stuff at
Really?
home.
That's
Yes,
interesting. Are
I
you
like doing
married?
stuff at home.
Are you married?
Yes, yes,
You're
I am
married.
married.
Ah, your wife is lucky.
This lockdown, this lockdown, I was surprised. There was a day I cooked 4 pots of soup. I mean,
Wow,
I'm
That's
telling you,
God,
I'm
that's
telling you, I
rare.
cooked 4 pots of soup, standing.
that's
So
that.
that's one fun fact about me. So I can be reached on israel.nana.5 on Instagram. Very soon I'll be creating the platform for the program God is leading me to. It's actually called Bouncing Back from Adversity. So I'll be launching that, and I'm hoping that the insights I will gain from this program will also help me to reinforce all that the Lord is, telling me. And I also want to leverage on the support of Itunu and all the coaches that are on this platform and the great minds that I'm meeting here today. I want to appreciate you, Itunu, once again. Thank you for this opportunity, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much. And I'm
Thank you,
so
sir.
happy to hear that. Remember what we said yesterday, not reaching your potential is like dying with the music still inside of you. We all have a purpose.
Absolutely.
There's a reason we are here. We're not just created to consume, to eat, to drink, to occupy space, but to replenish the earth, but to multiply the earth. And it's very important that as you learn it, you live it. That is the application, and then you lead it. That is you raising more leaders like you. That is our task. So thank you very much. We move to the next person.
Hmm. The next person on my list is Eniola Odunaike, Olaoye Prince, but I don't think these people are available online now because I've been calling them for the last 15 minutes, even on the other meeting. So maybe we can take those that, okay, I see Mr. Prince will Olaoye. I don't know if you are ready to come on now. I see Mr. Prince will Olaoye online. Are you ready to come on now? Please unmute your, okay. All right. You can speak,
Yeah,
sir.
good evening. I just you guys like whether it's a brief introduction. Yeah, I don't know whether you can hear me.
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, so I just joined now, like so I don't know, is it a brief introduction about myself or what?
Yes, a brief
You give a
introduction.
pitch about yourself, what you do, your social media handle, where you can be connected and contacted, and then the reason why you
Okay,
joined them. Yeah.
okay, okay. Good evening. My name is Olaoye Prince Oroluwa, officer with Sterling Bank. Your
Is it
human
your
resource
network?
assistant
Your
too.
network is
So,
what? Your
hello,
network
can
is bad.
you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Yes.
I don't know if others can hear you.
Oh,
You can go on, please. You can go on.
yeah, okay. I said my name is Olawi Prince Oroluwa. I'm a learning training and development officer with Astute trainers and consultants. I'm also my resource assistant to Sterling Bank also. So yeah. So one of the reasons I actually joined, I've actually been hearing about the John Maxwell group, and I actually have a lot of his books. So, and one of the books that actually made me change my perspective about when I read that book, actually you can actually be a failure, but you can is the perspective of how you feel that actually determines what you become at the end of the day. Because when many people fail, it's in the negative. So, and I read the book and I feel positive and actually easy to motivate yourself. There was a time, maybe late last year,
Mm.
I was a bit down, and everything was just like, oh, what is going to happen and this thing. So I just started reading John Maxwell's books. I think the first one I read was No Limits, and from there,
Okay.
feeling forward, I read
Wow.
the laws, the 21 laws, and like that. And I also started giving people these books. So once I'm done with those books, I give, and people will come back and say, "Sir, I like the book, this, that," and that's why I now said. So I remembered when I used to follow on some. I think she does some
Network is so bad.
webinars. So I one anonymously, or let me say, I didn't want that to so. So hey,
The
hello.
network is bad. Yes.
Your network is bad,
You're
please.
actually struggling to hear you.
Can you just help us leave your details, everything about
Okay,
you, your social media, where you can be connected on the
Yes.
chat group and then also on the Telegram group? Because
all
while you
right.
were speaking, the network was not so good.
I'll do that.
Okay.
The
So
next
another
person I want to call now is Mr. Oluwaseun. I don't know if it's a Mr. Okay, Mr. Oluwaseun
Agbejimike.
Wagbejimi. Yeah. So you can take up the floor now. Unmute your audio, please. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very
All
well.
right.
Good evening. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Tinu and the coaches, and then I will say my colleagues, the attendees. My name is Oluwaseun Agbejimi, and I'm a financial market portfolio and investment expert. And in addition to these, also into areas like market infrastructure. And as Israel rightly said, and actually I will definitely going to chase Israel because I know that we have a kind of similar profile. So I know I will continue to network with Israel. Then in addition to that, I believe that everyone here does a form of investment or the other apart from the normal buy and sell that we do. What I mean by investment are areas of, let's say, buying, investing in treasury bills, bonds, commodities, maybe a form of financial advisory. So these are all that I do, right? And as a chief executive, I'm also responsible for the operation of a financial solution called TradeFi. The FI there is financial instruments, and that came into existence in 2018. And the purpose of TradeFi is to address some issues, solutions that most of the Nigerian investors are facing in the market. And as I earlier mentioned, I focus on financial market. And in the research, it's found out that most Nigerians, in terms of education of awareness, we are not savvy, or maybe I will use the level of literacy is poor when it comes to having an understanding and dynamics of all these financial products. So the essence of having that trade file, which I'm responsible for, is to address all these issues. And what you can do on TradeFi essentially is an enabler, a platform that allows you to directly invest in safety security assets. You can never lose your money, right? It's not an MMM platform. It's a platform that is fully regulated by Security and Exchange Commission. And in terms of competitive returns, there are other values in it. And I believe I will share more details about this really after this. Then my purpose here is quite simple. They said that when you stop learning, is as good as what? You are dead, right? I believe that with my expertise, I will definitely be able to share my experience and also to learn from others, so that at the end of the day, we'll be we'll be a better individuals. So once again, I thank the organizers of this program. And I pray that the objective of this program would definitely be achieved. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Thanks.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much, sir. You can also leave your handles on the chat room so that people can connect with you afterwards. Over to you, Coach Tinu. Are you there?
Yes, I am. So thank you very much, everyone. At least we've been able to put maybe some details to some faces here, and we are pretty happy about that. Okay, so thank you very much. For the purpose of those that, for the benefit of those that are just joining us today for the first time, I'm just going to share a brief background to this program, because some people might just be joining us now and they just feel we're only introducing ourselves. Okay, no, there is a background to this. So it is called the Growth Masterclass with Tinu Phillips. It is a growth activation masterclass. I have a coach. His name is John C. Maxwell. Can you see my slides?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. I just want to confirm that. I have a coach. He's called John C. Maxwell. This very man has been able to grow lots of leaders cut across the globe, which I'm privileged to be one of them, right? I can say categorically that when it comes to John Maxwell coaching team and all, we see that John Maxwell, that name itself, as a lifestyle. So the leadership course is just like a lifestyle to us, as in it's for some people, they only go there to become better persons, to be able to manage their relationships well, or to become coaches, or to even invest in other people, to make other people become better. It depends, as in the intent of everyone is it's diverse in some ways. So I can say that it has made me a better person. Joining that particular platform, it has made me a better person. It has actually taught me a whole lot. And I just felt that, okay, even before joining John Maxwell, people have always been calling me a growth evangelist, because when I sit with you, I'm looking at how well can you improve? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your areas of improvement? What are those things you can work on so as to become better? So it has always been that for me. And I see it more as a calling than even a career or profession, right? Calling is stronger. To me, I believe calling is stronger. So please hold on. I'm trying to move the slide. Okay. So like this guy, you might be like this guy trying to find out who Tinu Phillips is. In case you've not seen me before or heard about me, we have over 200 people here in Nigeria. And it's very possible that some people have not heard about me before. My profile was actually shared on the Telegram platform. So this is actually me. I'm very passionate about Nigeria. I can say that about Nigeria's growth. I'm highly passionate. And I'm not apologetic about it. Reason, when I see somebody who has hope in Nigeria, I love the person naturally, as in like automatically, because I know that people like us are pretty rare. Some people have given up, but I tell people that, do you give up on your children? We don't give up on our children. And this is a country where our ties, as in the tie is so high. You can't cut the ties from Nigeria any longer. Some way, somehow, somewhere, you know that you are connected to Nigeria, even if you travel outside this country. So that is actually me. I've been featured on some platform. It's actually a privilege. I'm a member of Mind Shift Advocacy. This is actually focused on building Nigeria. So I don't want to speak much about the profile because the texts are actually there. So this is me. I just took some gallery to put together. You can see me here. I speak to schools. I speak at schools to school students in secondary school, in primary school, because I know that if we can instill the right values in them, it will make them better. So what we are using as a guide for this 1 week session is John Maxwell's 15 invaluable laws of growth, okay? But we would not be using it strictly. We will definitely apply some practical aspects to it. So these are our coaches that we're expecting this week. We have Coach Patience Ogubono, United Kingdom, Coach Ola Diamonds, Lagos, Nigeria, Coach Emisi Peters. We have Coach Amina Bajabia Mila, Coach Otman Abdurrashid from Abuja, Coach Uche Macarius from PH, Pastor Lipidi from USA, Coach Pat Faniron here in Lagos, Nigeria, Coach Andrew Nwema, Kenya. So these people will be joining us this week and they'll be holding one session or the other just to add value to our lives. Like, if you're interested in getting the certificates, the course certificate, you can reach out to Ruth. Ruth is on the platform. She will always let you know so that we can prepare yours alongside those that we are preparing theirs. You can take it anywhere. It's actually authorized and it's a confirmed certificate. It will be signed by certified coaches. So I spoke about potential yesterday, that most times when we think about potential, we see, when you think about what you could bet, I could remember one of our mates here was talking about the calling which he received for entrepreneurs and all that. As when he thinks about it and he thinks about what he could get, the results he could get out of it, there's this optimism that comes in. You could see the vibe when he was talking about it. The excitement is there, the positivity is there. It was pretty promising, right? But the only challenge is that even as these positive vibes come to play, the negative vibes also step in. that thought that creeps in to tell you that, madam, have you faced, are you aware that you don't have all the resources to start? Are you aware that people might not even sign up to your course? Are you aware that people don't even believe in you? Are you aware that you have some past you need to deal with? Are you aware? A whole lot of things, you know. I said to people that even putting up this particular course, some things came up my mind that you are pretty busy. I'm pretty busy at work. People are busy these days. Would you want to launch it now? Maybe people would not join. A whole lot of things came in. But you know what you do? Don't ignore those negative vibes. Use them. Use them to course correct, to re-strategize, to further intensify as in your effort. To then say that, okay, I'm aware that these factors are there that are negative, but I can work around them. So you use them. For instance, I thought about it, people might be busy at work, so I moved it to 5, close of business. I moved some other sessions to 6, close of business. I also thought about, I'm pretty busy at work. I looked at it that the movement might also help me. And again, I can also delegate some work in the office just within this 1 week. So it helped me to be able to put things in better perspective. And those negative vibes, they stand as this I here and M here. So with the more you take the first step onto you launching out, the better for you. The closer you get to that part that says possible. So you are using the negative vibes to get to the possible side. So this guy here, you can see him, he was here before. If those negative vibes didn't come, he wouldn't have been able to get here, but he used them to his own advantage, stepping on the I, stepping on the M, and then getting to possible. And that is what I want you to do today, right? I mentioned it yesterday, you were not created just to consume resources, but to replenish the earth. We said the only pathway to your potential is growth. You must always grow at different points in time. There is no end to growth, and there is no end to your potential. You must always ask yourself, what next? Somebody asked that, okay, what if somebody loses one's job? Okay, that question is good, but what do you do? What is your reaction to that question? Do you feel depressed, or do you strategize on opening different sources of income for yourself as a shock absorber in case it happens? Or do you also react in such a way that you ensure that you are like a Messi, you know Messi on the football pitch, in soccer, Messi, you are like a Messi with your employer in such a way that they can't do without you. You are like the most valuable player. It requires you to grow to be considered the most valuable player. So I'm just trying to tell you that there are actually ways around it. Negative vibes really doesn't matter, but your reaction towards them, that is what really matters. So the growth gap traps, I mentioned that you have the assumption gap. Some people are like, I assume I will grow automatically. I didn't know that I will have to be intentional about it. No, growth doesn't just happen like that. You have to be intentional about it. The knowledge gap, I don't know how to grow. Some people are like that. They will never learn. They will never seek knowledge. You are here because you decide to seek knowledge. Whether you are going to get it or not, you tried, right? You attempted to even join the class. Some people would never. They'll look at that, I don't have time, I beg, I will be online, webinar will kill me or something. But you know, we still seek knowledge. You can see Coach Election here saying that she wants to seek more knowledge, even after all that she has gathered. That is how life should really be. The timing gap is there. Some people would always say, this is not the right time. This is not the right time to start. There will never be a right time. There will always be a reason why a particular time is not right. So they will never start. The mistake gap, I am afraid of making mistakes. This is what they say. They don't want to make mistakes. You heard when Awesome said it just now, that this is his own making a mess, that he would rather just do it. You don't mind making a mistake. You don't mind making a mess, because that first mess will launch you to positions of perfection or better display. So we also spoke about the perfection gap. Some people want it to be all perfect. It can never be all perfect. I can remember when I was talking to Damilola there on the platform, as in we met and they were talking, she said that she already had a dream. I was talking about, okay, training children and all that. And she was like, she already has a dream, but she needs a place. I said, no, don't think about needing a place. You can start now. What are the resources before you that you can start with? And immediately she launched out using Zoom, and she realized that, okay, even with, because one thing perfection does is that it puts you in a box that if this checklist are not ticked, you cannot start, and that limits you. But once you say that you are going to make use of the available resources, irrespective of what happens, and then you launch out. So you can see, even me, I'm a beneficiary to our own cost, having to grow innovators in Nigeria. Because the problem of the educational sector in Nigeria right now is because we adopted a template that even those people that handed it over to us, they've moved on, they've tweaked theirs, but we are still holding on to that template. And that template, you know, for every solution, for every problem, there's a peculiar template. So, but the problem is that we adopted a template that would not fit our problem. And that is in fact, when I left university, I would not lie to you, I was not good with Microsoft, neither was I good with Excel. The only thing I was good at, okay, fine, I could type in, right? But all those commands and everything, I didn't have an idea. I went for an interview with Jubaili Bros, and then they told me to do some things on Excel. I could not. I was sweating profusely. And then the woman came to me and said, okay, you do this, that I should redo it. I don't know if she just liked me or something. And then, thank God, I was a fast learner. I'm a fast learner. So immediately she did it, I did it again. And then she was like, okay. So they called me for the job. I thought I had lost it. I'm just trying to say that we are not even taught all these technical skills in school. You know, it is just theory. You just learn. And then when you get out, you are not employable. Employers look at it. And right now, it's becoming more competitive. So I can say that we have to, okay, let me go back to my thought before I lose that line of thought. I was actually speaking to Damilola's initiative that this is like, it is going to fill up the gap that we have here if we have more of this in such a way that we can help our children pour their minds to different inventions. They can look at it, how does this fan work? How does this bulb comes up? And they can create their own on their own. You understand? It makes them also think, not just we buying bulb and buying fans and all that. How did they make all these things like that? Plane is up there. You don't have any contribution from a Nigerian. It is a problem. And when our Nigerians go there, exposing them to not what's it called, to ideas over there, they pick up fast because it is not a problem. The problem is not with their brain, it's not with their minds. The problem is actually because of the template that we are working with. It's pretty theory. So the inspiration gap, some people don't just feel like growing. They just don't feel like, you tell them, why not, it's been long, you did your master's, you finished from school, why not do your master's? You say, I beg go, leave me, I'm okay the way I am. Enough is enough. You tell them, okay, there's one course I want, you say, no, we're begging. Okay, could you please maybe open up different sources of income for yourself, start up a business? You say, I beg, just leave me the way. So they are not inspired to just grow. The comparison gap. Some people compare themselves. I told the class yesterday, when I started my coaching business, I was afraid. When I saw the people in there, they had gone far. I said, what? People have gone far. Where am I going to start from? I was almost depressed, not until I then told myself that it's even good for you. You are in the midst of people that have gone far. It helps you because you're going to learn from them, and it's like a catapult. Rather than you learning while failing or something, you learn with their own failures, from their own stories and all that. And again, networking was my tool. I network, I talk to people, I penetrate into you, I try to add value. Thank God, God blessed me with photography. With my photography, sometimes I penetrate well. You know, the gift of man will always make way for man. Thank God I had that skill. So I render service to some people at a discounted price. And before you know it, they're all into me, those other coaches. And like that, they had value on some other sides. Okay, so that aside, I told some people to do this exercise yesterday, accidental growth to intentional growth. You must score yourself. Yeah, I might not be able to handle this here, or maybe I can send it to the platform for the benefit of those who were not in class. So they did this exercise and they came up with their performances. So we said that life is now in session. Ask yourself, are you present? You are not happy with your job. You are not happy with your current position. You are not happy with how your parents treat you. What are you doing about it? Respect is not something you can fight for. It is earned. Are you growing yourself? Some people want their circumstances to change. Want their circumstances to change, but they've actually forgot that your circumstances will not change if you don't actually work on yourself. So it's always better when you grow yourself, your circumstances will change. I had somebody that was complaining that the mother disrespects him. They only get advice from other siblings and he's older. I said, how are those other siblings doing? He said, they are doing fine. What about you? I don't have a job yet. I said, okay, don't bother about how your mother is treating you. Focus on yourself. Focus on it. Let people see perceive, as in they call something perceived value. Not that you're adding value, but they are seeing potential that you might eventually add value. They will respect you. Work on yourself rather than complaining everywhere. Work on yourself. Your wife is not respecting you. Look at yourself. Let me tell you something, even for women, the new, when they say sexy, sexy is no longer stature, not height, not stature. You can be fat, you can be thin, you can be slim, you can be tall. The new sexy is growth. If you are growing, your husband would like you, would respect you. You understand? You don't earn respect just because you went to the altar with a man. I'm sorry, it doesn't just happen. But as you are growing, a man sees that this person is really putting, wow, wow, wow. And as people are clapping for you, your husband too is clapping, he's happy. Even your wife is clapping. I'm just trying to say, to broaden your mind, that you don't fight for all these things they call respect. Work on yourself, your circumstances will change. So life is now in session. Ask yourself this question, are you active? Life is now in session. Ask yourself this question, are you proactive? There's no hideout for a lazy man. You can see this guy here. He's a sluggard, he's sleeping. He's sleeping. So instead of working right now. And that is why some people will see a successful woman eventually that has really climbed the ladder, rather than they facing the fact that the woman has invested over time, has burned the midnight candle, has done a whole lot of things. What do? What do? They will start saying that, oh, I think she, in fact, no woman can get to that top if she has not slept with a lot of men. That is what they say. They will give excuses. They'll say, oh, well, it's because she's from a rich family. That's actually why she's at that level. If she was from a family like mine. But no, we actually have people who came from a humble family doing great things. We actually have people who didn't sleep with anybody and they got there. So it depends on the story, the power of the story you tell yourself. If you tell yourself you can do it, you can do it. If you tell yourself you can get there, you can get there. And like I told people, invest in yourself and get yourself a seat at the table. Get yourself a seat at the table. Before you can get a seat at the table, you must have invested so much in yourself. When you find it, don't walk yourself to the menu. If you're idle, if you are not deliberate about growth, you always find yourself on the table. On the table, somebody is about to eat you. There's a picture that would have shown you right here. That picture is actually about, is it Berlin 1984? You can Google it. They actually sat around to share African countries. You can imagine, to share African countries before we experienced that colonization. They sat around the table. They called for a meeting, a conference, and then they were sharing the African countries. And that was how Nigeria also got colonized. So some people right now, as in that slavery is still happening, if you find yourself on the menu, people will plan on you, eat you raw. But if you find yourself at the table, you all are making decisions. So work your way to the table. And really, I won't lie to you, we give excuses. I told people that when I got married, I was telling I was just so comfortable with my status. And my husband told me, oh, Madam, you've not grown since 4 years that we've been married. And I was pretty angry. Do you know what it is for a woman to be pregnant? For a woman to give birth? That to me was the height of growth for a woman. Subconsciously, I was talking that. But what happened? It was like even a 16-year-old can do that. And we appreciate it because divinely God has structured you to it was hard, right? The way it came at me. But I won't lie to you. Maybe if it had not come that way, I still appreciate it today. And it's the basis of my story that if it had not come out at me, maybe I wouldn't have been intentional about it. And when I see many people giving different feedback as to how my ministry has helped them, has improved them, has helped them to be able to touch other lives, and then I wonder that, so this is what I almost killed inside of me, believing that marriage was the height that a woman could go. And I wanted to hand over everything, every dream, every task to my husband to carry, every responsibility to my husband to carry. So these are actually mantra for you. You can look at them. It won't take much of your time. I really want to appreciate everyone for joining this class today. Tomorrow is going to be a very hot one because we'll be having Ola Diamond online with us. Just ensure that you join. I believe that at the end of this classes, this session, the GAM sessions, we will have great people emerge from here. And we will be proud to say this is a great product of this platform. So whatever you get out of this is your decision. You know, availability is different from access. You must get that right. You can be living where there is so much resources and you don't have access. You must be deliberate to gain access. I used to know one Fashola's brother. The guy campaigned for Fashola very well. He was my friend. Campaigned for him before the guy got to the position as the governor of Lagos State. But you know what? When the brother got there, and even when he left, the guy did not get one single contract, did not get one single appointment, and he was bittered. He was bittered because you could be living amidst availability, amidst resources rather. Resources could be available, but you might not have access. You need to prove that you want that access. You need to be intentional about it. The guy was not doing well. He was doing all this scamming stuff online. So it's very possible that the brother knows and the brother feels like this person would only ruin my career if I entrust anything in his hands. So that is just what I want to deliver today. This is just to take us through what happened yesterday. It's just a brief summary. So thank you very much for joining. I believe that we have come to the end of this session.
We have, okay, but I want to quickly give my pitch if anybody can hear me. I have not spoken. And if there's any other person that wants to talk to, kindly just let us know in the chat box. So good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I hope you can hear me. My name is Okeile Ruth. I am from Edo State, and I run a business, or I run Peculiar Saints Hub. I am a certified perfumer. I make perfumes for individuals as gifts. I make perfumes for your events. If you have events, I could make perfumes for you. You could check me up on Peculiar Saints Hub. And very soon I'm going to be launching my brands of perfumes to the commercial market. So you can always have something. And the basis of my business is I love to smell good. But while I was growing up, I discovered that anytime I use the perfumes that my parents usually get for me, because my dad is still a perfume freak, actually, I react to them. And that was what made me go into research, and I stuck with perfume oils. So aside from creating perfumes for my brand, I also sell undiluted perfume oils. I know some of my clients are here. I also sell undiluted perfume oils that are safe for you and your kids, even if you are pregnant, because I know a lot of people say, when I'm pregnant, I don't like to smell this. You can just reach out to me for consultations, and I would gladly take it up from there. You can check my page, Peculiar Saints Hub on Instagram, Peculiar Saints NG on Facebook. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp, 070-5152-2610. And we run an online store for now and deliver worldwide. Yes, we deliver worldwide. If you want to have a celebration, we also do other scented products, body oils, weed diffuser blend. You can just reach out to me and they are sure of 100% quality. I do more of creations with natural perfumeries. So you know that the synthetic in it is minimized. So this is what our new product is looking like.
Wow.
And
Wow.
still working on it, but this is an 100 ml bottle. And there's also a 50 ml bottle. So if you want to give to your loved ones, or if you're having an event, you can just reach out to me. We would work with your budget. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. That's great.
Welcome.
Thank you, Ruth. The
Thank you.
ministry is moving forward. I used to buy perfume oil from Ruth, and I know that everyone on my floor, as at that time, also bought from her, because when they perceived it on me, they were like, Tinu, what's smelling on you? I was like, well, I now wear something, and they were like, okay, I need it too, and all that. So I can say categorically that once you use this product, I've not tried that of the perfume, but I've tried the oil. So if you use a product, it can last throughout the whole day. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. So drop your details on the platforms so we can follow you. All right. And you can also get to, let's create buzz. Let's invite more people. Let's bless more people. You can share what you've learned. You can tag me at Tinu Phillips. You can tag me. So once I see whatever you posted, I can also reshare it and all. Thank you very much. Do have a great day, please. Great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Looking forward to tomorrow. Although I didn't
Please,
use
the hashtag for the program is @GAM2020. So once we are posting online, please kindly use the hashtag so that I can find you and then share also.
Yes. All right. Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye, Tinu.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good evening.
You too.